Hi, thanks for joining me today. My name is Basha and welcome to my channel. I thought I'm gonna give you a quick update of what's going on in my garden mid of October. So here we've got potted roses and I've got milk on the floors that's in flower, but that flower is really, well, falling apart now and I'm gonna have to clean it up because I don't want it to be rotting on my hook grass. I've got little hook grass here that were pendant hook grass once they grow, obviously. Yeah, there's some more roses, there's a spider, my garden spider. This is Salix Flamingo. I've put my furnitures now up and I've got some pumpkins and I thought I'm gonna just show you what kind of pumpkins this year I got. They are absolutely amazing in shape. I have never seen pumpkins that are looking so weird. Here's my another tree with a hooker obviously inside. My climbing rose, I think it's a crawling rose, and I've had it for quite some time now. I think I've had it for 5 years now. This one is another rose. I'll put all the names on the screen because as usual I don't remember. This one is a patio rose, so it's meant to be growing in the pot really because it's always gonna be very, very small, but I love the little shaped flowers and the color. My hydrangea, I think it's Vanilla Phrase, is going into dormancy, and some more pumpkins here. I think I need to document those because every year we put pumpkins up, but I've never had weird ones. I wanted a pink one, but I couldn't find it. Now, swinging here, that's my kitchen with a kitchen window with all the houseplants. My hot bin composter, which I highly recommend. It's honestly, I have so far harvested huge, I think 4 buckets of compost, and it's really good. So far so good. Now my cymbidium here, which is going to be going back into inside soon. I will be on my outside cymbidiums, which went outside into the garden in May, and now obviously it's mid of October. We're going to have colder and colder temperatures at night, so what I'm going to do, because they spend the whole summer in the garden, they're full of snails and slugs, so I will be repotting them. I'll be clearing them up, cutting all the dead roots because I'm pretty sure there will be some. Make sure there's no pests, spraying them, and I will be bringing them inside. I might actually film that process. My Acer, don't know what kind of Acer that is, but it's a pendulous one. That one here. Now I've got my Boscobel still in bloom. I've got my dog outside in the garden. He might be barking, so I do apologize for that in advance. My neighbor is peeking through the window. She thinks I'm talking to myself. Now I've got this tree, which is the I did feature that before. That one is oh my god, this is crabapple, sun rival crabapple. So it's gonna have this kind of umbrella growing habit. At the moment you can't see anything because it's going to the dormancy. I'm hoping it's a dormancy. I'm hoping it's not dying. Now I have potted some primroses. They are double primroses. That's not a slug, they're just compost, and I'd have to put some pellets, slug pellets, because they were being ravaged by snails. I have got some hellebores, and those ones that I've got a few ones called Frost Kiss, I think it is. So they are characterized by having, sorry, the characteristics is having mottled foliage. Some more hookras because I'm obsessed. Some more double primroses. So I've got loads of primroses and they're all double flowered. I find them very attractive. Some grass, some roses. My poet's wife in bloom. How gorgeous is that? Beautiful. Honestly, the fragrance is amazing. My Strawberry Hill is blooming as well. I started to train. It's this first year and I got it bare rooted and I started to train it already onto the sides. I'll try to do it quite slow so it doesn't when people. Okay, so moving on, I have still got my dahlias. Well, I have pulled out most of my dahlia tubers, and I don't know if I'm gonna be growing them this year. I'm gonna be definitely growing the collarette type of dahlias. There we go, there is a snail just in here. So yes, I will be probably growing the smaller ones, the kind of more closer to the ground, because the large ones are just pain in the bum. So there is some blooms from my Strawberry Hill. They're quite smaller. I think this is its third flush. Here I have got Emily Bronte, but it's not in bloom, but I did put a little trellis obelisk for it. I'll put in few, I think, from my Boscobel as well. This one is, I think, Camille Double or Double Camille from Pretty Bales. Absolutely loaded with aphids, but obviously it doesn't do anything to the flowers. This must have, it's got gorgeous. It's going to be blooming again. Look how many buds I've got, literally buds everywhere. So, and this must have been flowering 4 or 5 times now. I don't even know, I've lost count. It's amazing. It's quite small, but it's amazing. It's got different type of color flowers as well. They kind of change in color. This one is Old Wolverdenhall, I think I want to say. I think that you say this is David Austin, but I'm not sure. I'll put the name on the description here. This is my Eden Rose. I think this is Eden. Goodness me, I need to check my tags. Moving on, I still got some bees flying around, but most of it now with wasps. This aster is amazing, but it's tipped over now with the rain that we've had, but it's I love the flowers. I will be definitely keeping it. That is a bee looking for the flowers, so I'll be keeping that one. Hydrangea, this is gorgeous. I absolutely love this. This is anemone flower, Mohucras, covered in, my goodness, covered in slug pellets. This one is Bring Me Sunshine, and it's got 1 bloom and a few more to go. Mohucras, a scented carpet rose, and this is my Clematis montana. This is the extent of it. I got it as a tiny little seedling this year, and it's kind of growing. I think it started to go into dormancy because I can still see, I can start to see yellow leaves. There is a neighbor stalking here across the fence. I do apologize. Echinacea, I think it's called Strawberry Cream. Yeah, so I took the seeds of the top flower and I sprinkled them. I hope it's gonna be able to grow for me from the seed. I do have some stowaway Astromelia Indian Summer here. I did try to get rid of it, but it's just not really want to get rid of it. It wants to grow here more. I've got some hardy geranium, more primroses, Indian Summer, my all-time favorite rose, I think it's Harry something. I'll put the name on the screen. Everything started to look quite tired now. It looks like it's going to be going into going into dormancy slowly. Mohucras, and this is, see those primroses, I thought they're gonna be blooming in the spring, but they're blooming here. So this is one of the type of spring roses. Look how gorgeous are those flowers, and they're big. The flowers are big. So Mohucras, this is my heuchera corner. It's still looking quite nice and bright, although I can tell it's looking tired. I need to be careful because I've got my another garden spider here. This is Clematis. I think it's the blue one because it's got blue color flowers, but this is another rose, climbing rose. I think it's Rose Handel. I'll put the name on the screen. She's just climbing on that nothing special to see. My wisteria is losing leaves. I did give it a little trim in the summer. I will cut it hard back in January. My mini wisteria, I think it's called Purple Falls, is going to dormancy. It did flower for me this year, but because it hasn't got enough sun, it's only got leaves on the top and the bottom. I've got another plant climbing there. I don't even remember the name of that plant climbing here. Moving on, I've got some astilbe, which I love, another double flowered primroses. I love those colors and I love those flowers, honestly. Some mushrooms, of course. I think my soil was quite good for them. I did fertilize a lot and I did improve the soil a lot. More astilbe. I quite like astilbe lately, actually, for the flowers and the foliage. Some of them got beautiful foliage. More heucheras, and again, there we go, primroses flowering. I don't know why they're flowering now. Are they supposed to be? Please leave a comment if you do know if they are supposed to be flowering now. Some more primroses here, more heucheras, primroses. I love this heuchera. I think that one is called Magic or Galaxy, something like that. I'll put the name on the screen. More flowers of primroses. Those flowers are gorgeous. Foliage is not the best. Another rose. I think that one is Coco Loco. And the buds are quite red, but when it opens, it's kind of just chocolatey looking cocoa chocolate. Emily Bronte. This one is Emma. Oh gosh, I forgot. Emma Galloway, something like that. David Austin Rose. I will put the name on the screen. There at the back, those little thing is meant to be Russian sage. It doesn't really like growing here. More heucheras, more primroses. Here is another aster. Oh, I love those colors. Look how gorgeous. I'm definitely going to have more asters. More roses, heucheras. My dog's gonna bark in a minute. There's some more. There's another aster, and again, I love those flowers. How gorgeous. Campanula, which this year is growing for me. It didn't want to grow before. Another hardy geranium. And this, oh, I love this rose, and I can never remember the name. My goodness, this one is Chandos Beauty. Chandos Beauty. Oh, it's just opening the, but because it's raining and we've got quite strong winds, the flowers get battered really, but how beautiful. I did repot my, moved it because it was in a different place, but it was covered by other plants, so I didn't get enough sun. This is my Buddleia, and here we've got something that I'm really proud of because people are complaining in UK that I can't grow it. Look at those aphids. This is my Bathsheba, or Bathsheba. I called it Bathsheba. So basically, I grew it from the bare root, and it just kind of it's climbing now. It's been flowering. I think this is the third flush now, and again the flowers are getting battered massively. And this is the one here. There we go. She's got more buds here, more buds here. This is the flower that's been opened. There we go. And like I said, there's more buds here as well. So yeah, that one is flowering nicely. This is Nandina Twilight. I quite like the Nandinas now. And some more Campanula and hardy geranium. This is the Japanese type of orchid, which is, oh my goodness, Gabriel. I don't know. I'll put the name on the screen. It's white with a lavender gray center. And some more heucheras. I love this one. This one is Snowy Punky. I'm looking for a rosy punky as well. And this is my grass, variegated grass. It started to grow now. Right. And this is my big honeysuckle. that I cut maybe 3 or 4 times, but it's going into the neighbor. Now moving on, I do have, excuse my dog in his ears. Now these are my cymbidiums, which I need to move inside. This one is a kalinite and it started to grow and bloom, and it's being eaten by slugs massively. So I can imagine there's gonna be loads and loads and loads of slugs and snails in the pots, but that's how they look like. There we go. There's more cymbidiums and more cymbidiums, and this is Boston ivy. I think it's Boston ivy. It's the one that is not invasive, but look how gorgeous. I've got it in the front as well and climbing with the fence. I got it from the shop. It was meant to be thrown out because it was dead. The foliage was dry, but they still had nice roots, so I potted it. It's in a pot, and I know it's gonna have to move into the soil because they get quite big, but it's climbing really nicely, and it's got those little tiny suckers. They don't damage the surface they're climbing on. Look how cute is that. And it's changing the color with the fall. I think in the winter it's just become sticks and empty kind of looking thing, shrug, but in the spring, summer and autumn they look gorgeous. And this will conclude the tour of my garden. Here is my dog checking things out and barking at everything that is moving. Thor, yes, why are you barking? There we go. So he is here enjoying the wet weather. And yes, so thank you very much for staying with me if you stay till the end, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.